to the new
All right,
champion.
folks, we're going to go ahead and get into our co-main event of the evening, and it's for the ECR Middleweight Championship title. Let's bring out, joining us from Moline, Illinois, Kevin Anderson.
My name is Kevin Anderson. I've trained with Marty's Martial Arts and Peña Boxing Club. I think it's a brotherhood. We're really close here. If there's one bad chain, you know, the rest of it's not going to work. That's how we look at it. I mean, there's no greater sport in the world. You get to wake up that morning, you know, and you know that I get to punch somebody today, and there's no consequences behind it, except for maybe me getting punched a couple times, and we don't mind that either. It comes down to hard work, dedication, who wants it more. You know, he's got the belt. I'm the one that's going to take it, you know, and that's how I got to look at it. When I get in that cage, he's trapped in there with me. I'm not trapped in there with him. It's all business. You know, if you fight with emotion, I think that you take your mind away from the fight. You got to keep your head strong and stick to the grind. As long as I come in with my game plan and stick to what Marty and everybody has for me in store to make it a good fight and make sure that I come out the winner, then that's what I'm going to stick to. I will win this fight.
To the cage, challenger Kevin Nite Anderson out of Marty's Martial Arts, challenging tonight for the Extreme Cage Rental Middleweight title. Record of 5-4, another member of Marty's Martial Arts. This guy's been doing this for a while, and he didn't get the name Nite for nothing.
Anybody that's called Nite, I'm expecting a knockout. We haven't really had too many knockouts tonight. So I'm expecting a knockout this fight.
You know what? I've seen Kevin fight a few times, put people out, or really show that that is his true calling and nickname, Nite. Very dedicated, hard worker in the cage, great guy outside of the cage. Really comes in, has a huge fan base, as you can hear and see tonight, and really puts on a show, and is one of those fighters that fights for the fans.
Definitely. You can tell that all his people came out. They got the t-shirts on. They're lined up right around the rim, and they're ready to support their fight.
Absolutely. And you know what? And with the last couple of fights, we're almost seeing a trend now of the challenger going home with the belt. And, you know, not knowing what's going to go on, it could be anybody's fight again. You know.
How can you not love this sport? How can you not love it? Let's see if the trend continues.
Absolutely.
And his opponent joining us from Bettendorf, Iowa, Mike Vasquez.
My name is Mike Vasquez. I train with Military Fighting Center. I also train with the Hawkeye Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It's about an everyday thing. Cardio, stand-up, groundwork. I guess what sets me aside from everybody else is, you know, it's all about the MMA. You know, right now I sacrifice my time for other things to do this, and we always work the necessities, and it's always constantly chiseling away at the goal. There's really nothing I want him to know except, you know, I do take this. This is what I enjoy doing, and this is what I do. I don't want to be the guy who's caught short, so I try to give in my all, and you let your trainers and your emotions run wild. You know, I never ever really have no aggressive words to my opponent. You know, it's we're all competitors, and I respect them all equally. Their teams, their training. Hopefully, they're putting in as much as we are.
your Extreme Cage Rental middleweight champion, Mike Vasquez, out of Middleweight Fighting System, makes his way to the cage. And you know what? Holding a record of 5-2 does not taste defeat very often, and I know does not want to do that tonight.
Again, I'm going to ask you another question since you're a fighter. These moments right before you step into the ring, what's going through your head? What are you thinking about?
You know what? Right before you step in the cage, for me, it's different for everybody. I try to clear my mind, get it as relaxed as possible, while also being ready to fight. Everybody's different. It's at that point, all the hard work is done. There's nothing more you can do. You give your hugs to your team. You walk in and you go to work. I mean, that's what. This is what all the hard work comes to right now. Very emotional fighter, as you can see, getting in the ring. Last fight, he comes out to fight every time he's ready to go, wasting no time.
Co-main event. 5 rounds, and it's for the ECR Middleweight Championship title. Introducing first the challenger, fighting out the red corner. He stands 6 feet 1 inches tall and weighed in at 184.5 pounds. He trains with Marty's Martial Arts and is sponsored by Orient Tire Repair, Marcusson Insurance, Uncle Pete's Gyros, Kennedy Chiropractic, Lay Road Kennels, Blue Blood MMA, EMS Incorporated, Rites of Passage Tattoo, Bridgeway Auto Parts, Twin City Stone, and Beyond Bronze Tanning. Joining us from Moline, Illinois, Kevin Nite and his opponent, fighting out the blue corner. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall and weighed in at 187 pounds. He trains with Middleweight Fighting Systems and Hawkeye Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He's sponsored by the Paddle Wheel Bar and Grill, Weebler's Harley Davidson, DJ Rex, All Sound World, All Pro Custom Tattoos, Do or Die Hair Salon, Extreme Cage Rentals, and Tough Luck Apparel. Joining us from Bettendorf, Iowa, he's your ECR Middleweight Champion, Mike
Kenny Nyquist, your referee for the night. Kevin Anderson in the black and camo. Champion Mike Vasquez in the solid black shorts. Cage Aggression co-main event of the night. Kevin Anderson looking for the big shot early.
Vasquez also looking for that big shot too.
Wow. Anderson wasting no time in taking him down.
Both guys definitely have a lot of energy. Slightly sloppy, but
you know what, a co-main event too, you know, you're the co-main event, you're almost to the main event, so you want to prove that maybe next time you can get to that main event. Neither fighter likes to lose. Records are very similar, 5-4, 5-2, so a great matchup again.
You've been waiting the whole night to get out here. I can understand that energy. I can understand coming out ready to go.
Nite with a big slam.
Lots of strength zone right there.
Needs to make sure he doesn't leave that arm out there, that left arm out there for Vasquez to grab onto.
Yep, because he could definitely take advantage of that.
Doing a great job right now, staying tight, kind of pushing out and landing some shots. Vasquez on his side, doing very well to keep on the side. Looking for a Gogo Plata right there in the armbar. Once again, gets out of it very nicely. Does Anderson. Very tight.
And this is yet another fight where we're going to have a height difference, and let's see how that comes into play.
Absolutely, with the height difference, you see a lot of attempts at triangles and different leg moves. That's why we saw the knee bar early. Whenever you've got long limbs flying around, they're going to get grabbed in MMA. A little bit of a lull in the action right now as both fighters probably planning on what to do next. Each move is very critical in a co-main event fight, title fight.
Especially, there's a lot on the line. Nobody wants to make that one mistake that could cost you that.
Mike Vasquez doing a great job of covering the mouth, looking for the arm right there. Did a great job in covering the mouth of of Kevin Anderson, stopping any good, steady breathing.
A lot of times it could be the little things like that.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's the thing with Middleton's fighting systems. It's the little things that you can do in the guard, and covering the mouth is one of them. It's a little bit dirty, but it's cage fighting. So I mean, right now both fighters looking for dominant position. It's going back and forth right now. Anderson on top in a mount. Vasquez trying to buck him off, but
and it also looks like he might be trying to take advantage of that left arm.
And, trying to buck him off, and Anderson staying tight. Anderson looking to take his back, and does.
Big shot to the head of Vasquez.
Vasquez somehow gets out. Creates a little space. I don't know if it was intentional or not, but
big attempt right there.
Anderson looking for the big slam to end the round. Gets him down. Anaconda, oh, wow. Mike Vasquez in a deep anaconda.
Saved by the bell.
Saved by the bell. That's what it does not. It's called anaconda because you latch on like a snake, and you can literally roll around and keep that.
I like that. You know, I think a situation like that, he's very fortunate that bell rung.
Absolutely. Right now, it seems it's either taking a low blow, maybe breathing impeding a little bit. Chooses not to come back out for the second round. Mike Vasquez takes the win and retains his middleweight title.
The first one that we've seen tonight has been able to retain their belt.
Absolutely. It's never an easy decision if you're a fighter and you choose not to come out the second round. Something's definitely had to have gone on.
You can tell that he's holding his left shoulder.
Right.
Left arm.
Great sign of sportsmanship. You hate to see fights end like that. But as a fighter, very smart fighter. If you know that it's not smart to come back out, why risk your career anymore?
Exactly. When you see something like that, you know that nobody wants to give up. Nobody wants to say, I can't go on.
Absolutely.
But you have to think about your future.
Yes, and watching the fight too, as a fan, you have to respect that. And the ones that don't really need to go back and research MMA a little more, do their homework and get educated a little bit if you're booing stuff like that, because absolutely no reason to boo Kevin Anderson tonight. It was a great first round, but Mike Vasquez does retain his belt, improving his record to 6-2.
At the end of the first round, by verbal submission, declaring your winner, and still ECR Middleweight Champion, Mike Vasquez!
First contender tonight to be able to retain their belt.
Right. And we've got one more fight. I know the crowd's going to be on their feet for this one. And we'll see what happens, but yeah, great job to Mike Vasquez for staying tight on Anderson, and apparently doing enough to injure him, which you don't want to see, but anything can happen in this cage, and he does well to retain his title.
Middleweight champion Mike Vasquez. Mike, man, you came out looking good again, look well improved, and I know you came out throwing some hard leather there. Were you ever concerned that you weren't going to be able to implement your game plan tonight, man?
I'll tell you what, man, just come out here and just let it go, and it just happened to go my way.
So tell us all, we know you keep a busy schedule going. What's up next for the champ?
Let's get back at it. We got Naga March 24th, we got Naga in April, and more fights underway.
Anyone that doesn't know how, where can your fans follow you at?
We got Facebook, or if you get up on, Facebook, that's it, really.
Champs on Facebook. One last time before we let you go, anyone else you want to thank or mention before you go?
I want to thank my family. I want to thank God. I want to thank all my sponsors. And I want to thank my teammates. All you guys, man. I love all you guys.
All right, class act, and still the middleweight ECR champion, Mike Vasquez, ladies and gentlemen. One more time.